Miss Daniela, for our audience, could you please begin by introducing yourself?
Okay, so my name is Daniela Clapp, and I call myself vegan mom.
I'm Christina,
And what are you?
vegan girl.
She's the vegan girl, like in our videos.
Please tell us about how sound can be made visible through the cymoscope, and what are the healing implications of the piano notes' beautiful patterns?
Okay, so the cymoscope is the first scientific instrument that is able to make sound visible. And John Stuart Reid, he is an English acoustics engineer, and he was the first one to use cymatics and to make sound visible. And cymatics is basically the process of making sound visible. Like, for example, you can pour a bunch of sand on a metal plate, and then you take a violin bow and strike it to the side of the plate, and then the random sand pieces will organize themselves into these beautiful patterns. When you play the piano, the molecules around you will organize themselves into these beautiful spheres. So that means when you are actively playing an instrument, you are surrounded by sheer beauty. And it means that you can create form out of nothingness, and you can create order out of chaos. And I would like to put a parallel. I would like to say that God spoke the universe and everything in it into existence with his word and with the vibration of his word. And so, in other words, that shows us that music and words and vibration, they can create form out of nothingness. And God created order in our universe through his voice. And so everything that is beautiful has order to it. So when you look at flowers, or when you look at the constellation of the stars, or even our own personal cells, they are finely tuned and structured. And that means that God himself has put all that structure inside of us. And since God created us, he is the conductor of our symphony, because all the cells in our body, they vibrate and they sing. Each cell has its own little tune, and all the cells, they sing to each other. And God is the one who basically has created that symphony inside of us. And a lot of people, or a lot of us, we have, we're dealing with illness or inner chaos. And the reason why a lot of people are sick is because they're disrespecting God's laws and the laws of nature. And also, I believe a lot of people are sick because they're eating animals and animal products, because God never created the animals to be our food. He created the animals to be our companions. I wanted to quickly read in Genesis 1, verse 29. It says, so here I'm having my Bible, and it says, I have given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth and all the fruit trees for your food. So basically it says that the Garden of Eden was vegan, Jesus was vegan, and God is going to restore this, or his earth, to veganism. And God has really given us everything that we need. He's given us the plants to eat. He's given us herbs for healing. So there is no reason to eat animals or to test on them for makeup, household items, and for medicine, because we don't need the synthetic medicine. We can use God's medicine, which is free. So basically, when we are disobedient to God, then we become sick, and the cells in our body start singing out of tune, and that's when the symphony in our body becomes out of tune and starts falling apart. But when we obey God's word and we obey the laws of nature and we eat the life-giving plants, then our cells can heal themselves and sing in tune again, and we have a beautiful symphony again, which means we're having vibrant life. So that is basically my take on cymatics, and the symphony and the conductor is God himself.
I love your holistic viewpoint, Ms. Daniela. It gives us such, it makes me feel so nice to think that all my cells are singing to each other.